Oh, that needs to be charged. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. Y'all remember on Hustle and Flow when he said to tell him, say it. And she says, I'm in charge. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is now, what's today's date? Let's kiss the head. What's today's date? July the 7th, 2026, Tuesday. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I just heard the song. I got my mind made up right now. How does it go? You can get it, girl. Anytime. Say what? I got my mind made up. You can get it, girl. Anytime. I don't know the words, but that's the song that just came in. All right, so let's go. Let's start off with praise be to the Most High. To God be the truth. Praise be to the Most High. To God be the truth. Okay. Whew. I call in the element of fire for love's compassion. Water for the soul's purification. Air for the flow of communication. And earth to ground me in the healing protections and provisions of my ancestors, my guardian angels, the cosmic elders, and the divine feminine spirit that creates us, that created us all, right? I call in the councils of the highest white light. That's the councils of the nine, to make these messages plain, crystal clear in Christ consciousness, Jesus' name, also known as Yeshua, the real one. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Yes, indeed. We're going to get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Uh-huh. So, yes, indeed. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and say this for the record. I have to type this up and laminate it. I revoke all unspoken contracts, cords, and permissions. Any energy sent to me without my consent is instantly dissolved in that flame, that love flame, the one that I have directly connected to source, and return to its source, return to the sender as pure karma. Now I'm going to tweak that and put that in my own words, okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Please do know that I do stand for karmic justice, okay? Karmic justice. So this is very impromptu. I was just watching Baskets. You guys go check that out. Baskets, very funny. If you like Zucker, I don't want to, his name, Zach, let me pull it up so I can make sure y'all get some homework. I know I have some onlookers that loves it when I give you movie and series homework. So this is what I've been binge watching again, and so upset that they didn't do a season 5. But if you like Zach Galifianakis, I think I said that right, you're gonna love Baskets. So So this is what I've been binge watching as I've been nursing myself, not feeling well. So you can go check it out. It is on Hulu. Okay? And you can go check that out. So, it's been a long time coming. And we know change is coming. Okay? It's been a long time coming. But me and my daughter know change is... We know it's coming, right? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, okay? Who said that? Kevin Gates? I need another one of these. And I need another big charger, too. I don't really have a... Well, no, the channel song was... What did I just say? I forgot, y'all. I've been dealing with these dizzying headaches again. I don't know if it's something within the weather or what, or it's just part of one of the multitude of symptoms I deal with, but I've been dealing with a lot of dizziness, dizzy headaches. So my sinuses have been congested. Me and my daughter still residing in this mold infested ass important. It's important we finally move the fuck out of here and get somewhere neat, decent, very clean air and important, okay? I mean, in order. It's very important that we get somewhere that's neat, decent, and in order. That's very important. So, it's been so much we've been doing behind the scenes. Okay? It's been so much we've been doing behind the scenes. So, yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. So, yeah. But, I've been, guided to study my Vedic natal chart, which was always on my very important things to begin in 2026, taken very seriously. And I'm grateful to say that I finally got more of clarity on why the sidereal or the Vedic, also known as the Vedic chart, is very, very pertinent to rising like the phoenix out of fiery challenges from Saturn, right? So was able to also find through my Vedic chart why my illnesses or my physical body has been going through so much anguish over so many years. And to quote I was told 19 years. 19 years. So let's see when this shit started. Let's get a little math going right here. 2007? What? 2007. Oh, wow. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because we end up being homeless in 2008. Makes so much sense, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. In this season of being here, in this apartment complex in Houston, Texas, going through this very, very, very sticky situation. Like I don't know what the fuck stinky situation is more like it. Stinky situation. I don't know. It's like it just kind of gave me more clarity. Thank you. Thank you. I believe that's what the Ace of Swords have been showing up in my cards Destiny. It's about that clarity. And I received that. And it was like I was divinely guided to go back and resubscribe to ARS. I used to work at a company called ARS. Go figure, it's an air conditioning company. In 1998. I resubscribed to KRS Astrology, and something he was talking about in regards to Jupiter in the ascendant. So my ascendant sign is Aquarius, and I come to realize that the traditional ruler of Aquarius ascendant people is Saturn. So it made so much sense when I tell folks that keeps trying to cross me, hinder me, stop me, completely like knock me off of my pedestal that the Most High God said I was supposed to be standing on, preaching the word, teaching and reaching like-minded souls. Okay, that wasn't gonna be good for them. And again, I like to say it all the time. I don't control time. I don't control time, but I do know that karmic justice will be served. And I said that it was speculated that I come from a lineage of witches or some shit like that. Was somebody said some shit, and I said, well, once I looked it up, I must be a karmic witch or a green witch, working with herbs and things like that. I'm not. I mean, my family is from Louisiana, so I don't know why that would be so shocking, to anyone that's trying to dig in my Akashic records and understand how I'm moving this lifetime. But I come to find out that Aquarius is traditionally ruled by Saturn. And that I've been going through 19 years of everything that Saturn embodies. Overall, realizing that the Ace of Swords, clarity moment, aha moment it was always about restructuring. And I got great news about this cosmic reset that I've been feeling. I've been calling it a reversal of fortune. That's what I've been calling it. So I've been really nursing this weird, dizzying, physical wooziness and stuff that has come over me several times, and it's just discombobulating. It is something that I can't just easily, rise up out of the bed and go to the bathroom and whatnot and come back, and been needing a lot of assistance from my daughter to walk. So I'm extremely exhausted. But from what I found out, the fact that it's literally in my chart that I was going to be going through all of this gave me a sense of repose, I guess. It gave me a sense of it was reviving, or shall I say, it was resuscitating, And I'll consistently pray out and call out and talk to the Most High Source, and I haven't gotten a definitive it's time to check out. I don't want to suffer. I've been suffering long enough. And so anyway, when KRS Astrology was talking about Pisces, so I have to go listen to the one about Pisces and Aquarius. So it was he was the video I watched where he said this was a jump off of after the Pisces video, and was saying that the Pisces and Aquarius is so linked to each other, but they're absolutely different. And he said Pisces is more hey, I'm retired. I'm not doing all that. I ain't worrying. I ain't doing all that. I'm retired. And then Aquarius is shit, bring it on. What's up? What we doing? And I can see how I've been feeling that way. So in my Western chart, my Jupiter being in Pisces, and then in my Vedic chart, my Jupiter is in Aquarius, but in both charts, my ascendant is in Aquarius. It's wow. So, in other words, I was meant to go through all the shit I've been going through. I was meant to go through it all. The exhaustion is real. Very real. It makes sense why I have so much tender compassion and empathy for people that are very sick, people that have been shut in, shut off, cast away. So it made sense to me a long time ago. before I even started studying astrology, uh, Vedic astrology, um, that it was something very important that I was going to be doing in this lifetime. I knew it since I was a young person, so I just had no idea how it would be shaped, formed, or directed. So here I am, still Elizabeth rises. Okay, so what's on the board is Nine of Swords upright, Eight of Wands in the reverse, and we got Six of Cups upright. So literally, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So it's saying here that let's talk about it. Where did I type it at? Where did I type it at? Where did I type it at? It's saying right here. Did I type it somewhere else? Like, where did it go? Oh my gosh. I hate when that happens. I know I didn't click that baskets on top of it. I know I did it. I know I did it. Yeah, here it is. So, it is great that I literally typed it inside of the very ongoing one about that King of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Cups in the reverse, and the Two of Swords upright, Ten of Wands upright. All right. So this is ongoing. But Spirit wanted me to go with it, go right here, instead of what's already over there on the board. So it's saying that, child, somebody's going through some extreme anxiety. Mental distress is being triggered by a sudden delay or a lack of communication, causing them to retreat deeply in their past memories or memories of the past, and they're longing for simpler times. So I just gave a play-by-play of what I've been over here going through. And as I always indicate to everyone, tarot is always going to reflect back to you what you need to see about you. Even though you may be trying to find out somebody else, biz naive, it's going to be talking about you. But at the same time, I'm always doing my behind the scenes pics about me. Okay? Always. And it always tends to be telling me about somebody else. So if it's not your energy, it's not your energy. It is somebody around you, very close in your vicinity. So it says here, the core message. This spread highlights a painful mental loop. A situation in their life has stalled and they've hit a frustrating roadblock. They are not getting the quick answers in the progress that they want. And their mind is spiraling into worst case scenarios, leading to insomnia. Okay, to cope with this stress, they are emotionally retreating into bouts of, fixating on the past. A sense of when things were better, better timing in their life. So, they've been really thinking about the past, feeling very nostalgic about the past, and wishing that they could return to a time before things went left. Okay? Now, breakdown of the Nine of Swords in the upright represents severe anxiety, worry, and fear, and sleepless nights. That's tapping into that insomnia. It often indicates that their thoughts are torturing them, though the actual danger is usually much smaller than what their mind is making it out to be. Okay? The Eight of Wands in reverse is where we get some real truth to come forward about who this person is. Okay? Who does this energy apply to? This is what we're here to do. This is what we're here to find out. Okay, so that Eight of Wands in reverse, it represents delayed plans, stalled communication, missing deadlines, and a sudden loss of a momentum that they once had. Things are moving snail pace slow, and it's causing much frustration. The Six of Cups in the upright is where we start to see more of an identity of whose energy is this. Okay, it says it's representing childhood, nostalgia, past relationships. Okay, past relationships when someone from this person's past gave them very much so that feeling of home and emotional comfort. Okay, in this context, it is acting as an emotional coping mechanism or a reminder of their roots. Okay, so again, this is a personal vlogging channel, personal healing journey. Okay, so I'm gonna always be approaching it about me, as that's why I have to let it be known as personal. Read the about me section. Read the about section to see what this channel is about. Anyway, now, what is the meaning of these three cards when it comes to just a general? Well, it's about major mental anguish that is caused by a total lack of progress. So could that fit me? Hell yes. Hell yes. I just talked about finding out through my Vedic chart that I've been going through 19 years of Saturn whooping my ass. Okay? Getting me neat, decent, and in order, like I love to say. Okay? It says, escaping current stress by romanticizing or fixating on the past. See, that's right there where I say, well, now I can't escape my current stress because I could have won $1 million and I can't just with the overnight time frame move out of the mold infested, mildew, water damaged apartment and move somewhere neat, decent, and in order with clean air quality. I can't do that overnight. I still have to take the time to look for the place, set everything in motion, get everything planned and structured to move, right? So that would still render me in harm's way for a certain amount of time. Does that make sense? Okay. Especially dealing with my health stuff that I got going on. Feel me? Makes sense. So, I can't just currently escape what I'm going through. Okay? And I'm definitely not romanticizing the past because, again, I've been going through this for 19 years. So the fact that I took 19 years away from 2026 and it gave me 2007, so to pinpoint that particular year moving forward always been very tumultuous. Very. Is like, baby. Okay, put it in perspective. Now, of course, I want to know about my love life and my relationships. So the next thing it says, you've been panicking because a partner or a crush stopped texting you back or pulled away. Now, here's where it gets deep. Am I panicking? I was. Past tense. I was. Was I very upset by the tactics, the shenanigans? Absolutely. But in getting into a position of completely focusing on the self, all things that no longer serve my higher timeline has to go. I can't get out of the apartment that I'm in immediately, but I can get rid of the stinking thinking or seeing things from a negative perspective. That's what this channel is all about. Healing deep-seated wounds, attacks, stress, unrequited love, You know, all the bullshit you go through in life, customized for you because you have Saturn ruling over your life. Made sense when I looked at the Astroseek under the Tarotscope, and my moon has the High Priestess and the Devil. It used to like kind of creep me out, like, oh my gosh, why do I have the High Priestess and the Devil? But that's just that Capricorn moon. 12th house. 12th house. Yes. So, yeah. Now, this is where it's talking about somebody else. Now, it's talking about somebody else. Now, keep on. Let's start from the top. Someone is panicking because their partner or crush has stopped texting them back or pulled away. This silence is triggering old childhood insecurities or making them long for an ex. See? Now, had I not been doing all this work, I could literally be falling right into that pit right there that it's talking about and feeling some kind of way that is calling me out. This is what I tell you guys the tarot will do. It's going to always reflect back to you. An oracle I have goes like this. Take accountability for how you're playing a part in what you perceive as demise. So it simply says take accountability for how you're playing a part in your own demise. But I've chose to change my perspective and not look at any of the shit I've been through with these men as a demise, but a demand for my attention to self. Okay? To self. And I will not be settling for mind games and putting me in punishment. You don't put a 52-year-old in punishment. And there will be no karmic justice about that. Right? Okay? So, yeah. Now, yes, I went through everything it just talked about. Everything, yes. Everything, yes. But the beauty of me being guided, okay, it's time. I was like, well, it's pretty late. Well, I mean, why not? You'll just be laying back, trying to like keep the room from spinning around and you're still feeling dizzy. So might as well attempt to try to speak clearly and articulate and enunciate in spite of. You're going to be tongue-tied and twist on your words and all that, but that's okay. You've been working on that vanity thing, right? So why not? This is higher self, aka spirit, directly connected to source. So I know source is guiding this moment, is tickling me to speak, because I'm showing up for work. This is work. This is work. So one should never get tired of investing in themselves. Because as relentless as you are to stand up and be there and attest to somebody and confess to somebody how much you love them and blah, blah, blah. Why is it something that when it comes to doing it for yourself, you're like, well, what's the purpose? What is the meaning? And this is how people that operate in a punishing you type of situation, like that, they love the fact that you set things in motion where they have the upper hand. And like I said, I am a strategist. It's all in my chart, y'all. It's all in my chart. So I don't be high-siding. I don't be capping. It's in my chart, baby. So when I see that this is something you've been yearning for, you've been wanting it for so long. Oh, so that sounds like you have been setting me up for failure. Okay, let's talk about it. And thinking that I wasn't going to be aware because my emotions was going to be clouding my judgment of you. So let me tell you what Saturn does. Saturn will give you the ability to call judgment on motherfuckers because you did the work. You know, something simple like, hey, why do you get to enjoy the pool? You didn't help dig the hole. You didn't help to, all the damn things you got to do to make a pool perfectly in there. You didn't do anything. So why do you get to swim in the water? Why do you get to enjoy the coolness and all the, things that we've set up around the pool and the grill and all? What? No. Every one of us has the skill and the know-how to build, and you decided to flake out and keep acting like you had to, go check on your dog, or go check on, how do people say it? I have to go check with a man about a horse, or a man about a dog. Some shit, that stupid ass saying that people say when they basically don't want to give you an excuse on why they don't want to be there for you, but they just don't. And now, because the sun is peaking here in the summer of 2026, you feel like, why can't you enjoy the pool? Why can't you come to the grand opening of our brand new pool in the backyard? Like, like you didn't help build. Sure, we all share the mortgage for this beautiful home that did not have a pool, but you didn't pitch in on shit. So I'll tell you what you can do is you can get you a little kiddie pool, put some water in it, and set in it over there, way over there, while you watch us in the pool. This is what Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn and Gemini, my bad. Saturn and Gemini, 5th house, gives you the ability to do. Yeah, I've been studying, baby. I told y'all the work don't stop just because I'm ill. many a deep studyings happened from being dizzy, sick, stomach hurting, want to throw up, all that. Kept studying, especially before my arthritis got in my hands and all that shit. I'll be writing it up. I got so much work that's in boxes and shit because we were supposed to had moved out of here, right? So this is what Saturn, Gemini, 5th house gives you the ability to do. So now I know why I act like I act and talk like I talk. I don't just be talking that shit. I be about it in real time. In real time. Yeah. So now what is this? What is this here spread here? This here 3-piece $2.99 talking about? Because the only sense that matters is mine. The only one sense that matters is the summarization of what the Most High want me to see in this spread is mine. So that's why I call it a 3-piece $2.99. Anyway, a project in career and finance, a project or job offer has stalled out with no updates. So somebody could also be going through financial difficulties. The lack of information about whether or not you're going to get the job assignment, whether or not you're going to get the deal, whether or not, like, am I hired or what? I went through step 2. Damn, what long is it taking so damn long? My bills piling up, goddamn. It says they are waking up at night wishing they could go back to an old familiar job. Old familiar job. Because, if you take that part right there and apply it to relationships, every relationship is going to require work. Every relationship going to require work. It ain't a relationship you get involved in if y'all are like druggies and somebody got to go out there and get the drugs. Okay, somebody got to go out there and get the damn drugs. Now, come on now. See, that's work. So that's one of those toxic relationships, codependent toxic relationships. Now the ones where we got to share on this mortgage and the bills and what we building. We both work. We both do what we do. But if whoever is bringing in the most bread, the other person should go on and do something special and churn some butter. Why you going to get that butter with that 80% vegetable oil? Churn some butter. Because I am sure that out of all that hard work you do, you don't want to just throw your money in the fire. So it would be so wonderful for a masculine to have a woman that knows how to take anything and everything he bring in and make it more. And put some flavor with it too. So baby didn't just go to the store and buy real butter by this company, that company, that company. Baby in there making real butter. Damn. Imagine how arousing that is to eat the butter from the ingredients that that hardworking man went out there and made the money to buy. And wifey gonna make some homemade butter. What? Can you see how much more ecstatic he would be to come home to that? So it feels to me like there could be a masculine that had a better situation with something that was less demanding and less crazy and less confusing, less bullshit and less this, less that. But it just didn't, it wasn't all that glamorous. You know what I'm saying? Superficiality. Superficiality. Right? So now it ain't looking all that great no more. It's like your grandmother left you a house, but you're like, nah, it's gonna be too much work because I'm gonna have to like this and this and this, but it's paid for, right? I'm just gonna give me a manufactured home and spend the rest of my life trying to pay these people for something I'm not gonna own anyway. Right? Do you actually own the house if you still gotta pay taxes on the land? I'm just saying. So now I'm just gonna do that because it looks more glamorous. You see my point? But now it's like shit. Like I'm like constantly stressed the hell out trying to live like the Joneses and shit. Shit. I don't even know. Is there a Joneses family that is super fucking rich? So I'm gonna start saying live like the Jacksons, because I know there's the Jackson family that was celebs around this bitch. Still to this day, right? In their own rights. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfuckers try to live like the Jacksons. You know what I'm saying? And realizing like, hey, you know, this shit is not all cracked up the way it looked like. Somebody just really need to come down to earth. And it would behoove this person to really just step deep into a place of, what is that word? Why are you saying that? Is that what you mean to say? I just heard Spirit say complicity. Let's go ahead and look that up. I haven't done a spelling oracle in a minute, so maybe this is a time for one. Complicity? I don't know. I just heard that. Let's go ahead and see if we can tap that in. Let's see if we can tap that in. Define complicity. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, is that what I wanted? That would be the act of being an accomplice. Oh, there it is. It involves helping and encouraging. Okay. Themselves, though. Themselves. No, that's not the right word. So, wait. Okay, hold on. So, Spirit is saying that, wait, it's a something cisity word, but it is not complicity. But it sounds like what Spirit was trying to say was someone has been complicit in everything that has went on in their life thus far. And it would behoove them to take a really, really long look at their lives. Yes, thank you, Spirit. And see how they played a part of their own demise. Take accountability. So is that it? The complicity, okay, yeah. There it is. My bad. Because I was like, I don't think that's the right word. That's why we go and look it up. Because, you know, it'd be like that. Now, so we got that defined. Somebody's been complicit in the whole situation and now trying to cry wolf. Like, yeah, I didn't even do anything, right? Now, what's the actionable advice? It's saying stop chasing answers. The delay is out of your control right now. Forcing a response or constantly checking your phone is just going to make you more anxious. But we finna get the kipperish and see what's going on. Okay, we're finna get the kipperish. It say separate the facts from the fears. That's that Nine of Swords. Because these nightmares are actually manufactured. Remember when we spoke about writing something down? I think that was in part what? Because y'all know I've been off work for a minute. Let's see. That was part 32.2. Yeah, that's it. It said right here, separate the facts from the fears. That's that Nine of Swords. And that's a card of manufactured nightmares. Write down what you actually know to be true versus what your anxiety is inventing. Again, this person needs to do some journaling. This person has to literally decide to do this shadow work. This person has to literally decide to do this shadow work. Okay? They have to decide to do it. But maybe we'll finish and sum it up with the kipperish. But I heard Spirit clearly say that this is the part that's blowing my mind right here. Let me show y'all. So continue. Number 3 under the actionable advice says, use nostalgia to heal, not to hide. It says it is fine to look at old photographs or talk to childhood friends to try to comfort you and shit. People that have been knowing you for a while. Some shit like that. But do not use the past to completely escape from your present reality. So that's how I knew right then that when Spirit says time for you to do a pix, this wasn't talking about me at all. I don't know. Spirit been telling me to pull out what's the tea, but I feel like making love to you. That's the sound. I think we need to go here now because something about this is gonna come out. I feel like maybe when it's time for us to jump into the 33rd, this is going to be illuminated. Now we going here with it. Okay, so we talked about the Nine of Swords, upright, 8 of Wands, reverse. Here we go, 6 of Cups coming up under the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And now we're going to be talking about Knight of Swords. Right under that King of Cups in reverse. Page of Swords right up under that 2 of Swords in the upright. Page of Wands coming up under this 10 of Wands upright. Now let's go ahead and get this 3-piece. $2.99 and see what my 1 cent is going to be about it. Where's my... Oh, here you go. Ooh, child. Y'all hear any snoring? That's my daughter in here. Page of Swords. No, that was Knight. Knight of Swords. Uh-oh, what happened? Upright. Knight of Swords. And Page of the Swords. And Page of Wands. All in the upright. What we got going on? The combination of the Knight of Swords upright, Page of Swords upright, and Page of Wands upright indicates a massive surge of fast-paced intellectual energy, sharp curiosity, and passionate new ideas that's going to drive this person to launch into action. The core message is this all-court card lineup represents a powerful alignment of intellect and passion. This person is moving out of the anxiety and stagnation stagnation of the previous cards, the Page of Swords is going to be bringing in this curiosity and fresh perspective. And then the Knight of Swords is going to add aggressive, rapid momentum. And the Page of Wands is going to inject raw, enthusiastic inspiration. It says they're no longer stuck and they are ready to charge forward to speak their truth. And start something new. Told ya. I told you guys, I'm not a tarot reader, but I definitely know how to use tarot to put everything in alignment and make it all crystal clear. I'm not a tarot reader in the traditional sense of what you guys see here on YouTube. And I never meant to be. Now the breakdown of the cards is Nine of Swords, rapid movement. They moving forward with intense focus. They're determined to succeed and they're not going to let anything stand in their way. Page of Swords in the upright. Mental alertness. They've been gathering information. And now they're ready to have sharper communication. And they're learning quickly and observing everything happening around you. Page of Wands in the upright is representing a spark of creative inspiration to start being more adventuresome and explorative. So this card is still going, that the Page of Wands is going to bring the fire and passion to match the Swords' intellect. Oh, okay. Let's see. I love this part when it tells you what's the meaning across the board. This is my favorite part. The combined meaning is a time of high mental agility and excitement, gathering facts and immediately turning them into bold, passionate actions. Now that fits me in everything that I've been studying about my chart behind the scenes. Okay. It says in love and relationships, exciting, high energy communication. I don't know where that's coming from, and I don't see that happening on my behalf to someone. It says this can mean flirtatious banter, sudden declarations of interest, or clear, direct conversations that are going to clear the air instantly. In career and finance, pitching a bold new idea, starting a fast-paced project, or consuming a lot of data to launch a creative business venture. Working with high speed and focus. Okay? And this is all indicative of my life moving forward. Phoenix rising. Now the actionable advice is to ride the momentum. It says you have had a rare combination of mental clarity and creative fire right now. Do not hesitate to strike while the iron is hot. Watch your tone. The Knight and the Page of Swords can make you brutally honest. And that's completely that Saturn in Gemini. Like you said, fifth flow, fifth house. It says, be direct, but make sure your enthusiasm, which is that Page of Wands, doesn't come off as aggressive or insensitive. So, as I do my shadow work consistently, that's going to be regulated, I'm sure. Channel the energy. With the two pages here, you're in the early stages of a journey. Keep learning, stay curious, and channel this intense energy into a concrete plan so you don't burn out. This is a complete shift from the anxiety and burnout of your previous readings. Are you starting a brand new project, job, or relationship right now? So for me, it would be, my project is get healthy. Elizabeth, get healthy. Okay? And that's a job within itself. Along with creating my 7 streams of income. It's my goal. Okay? Right? So that's see what I meant when I said how who's ever in your energy very strongly, it's going to pick up on them. But what I've seen over all this time of working with Tarot and my cards of destiny is it always points back to me. So I completely feel this spread right here was for me. And that's the beauty of it all. Okay, that's the beauty of it all. So now let's go ahead and pull us one more card that's going to go with this Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, which one do you have for me? Uh-oh. With this Ace of Cups. I'm sorry, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. What card do you want to go with that? What card do you want to go with that? I just heard Spirit say, I want you to do what's the T and then do that. So let me get my what's the T deck out. And it had the white deck. So that means it's the white card. So I have two. I have this what's the T. And I also have the white one. So it's requiring me to use the white one. Okay. And I've been drinking tea, so I have to go pee. So allow me to go do that. Shenanigans. You can go get in the bed, babe. I think I'll be okay. Go get in your bed. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, because you got to get that packages coming early later on. Don't want none of my cookies to get out. Okay, whatever you want to do. You could have that light in your way. Flick that off. Damn, is my ass out?
Probably so.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to check the dehumidifier to see the water in it, and it's filling up. It's crazy, man. You did a video about it? Mm-hmm. When you going to edit it and put it on the channel?
Actually, do a real quick update to show the video.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, excuse me, it makes sense. Yeah. So we can show that we trying to handle this moisture issue in this apartment. That'll be good to do. Okay. So now, what happened? Yeah, because it's 6:11. What time did they say the delivery coming? You know. Yeah, that's in 4 hours. Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Yeah, that should be fine. I feel okay. I can tell when I go to the bathroom I'm not wobbling. And that means I'm okay. Okay, so I'm back, guys. So let's see what this what's the tea is talking about. Huh? I do? I don't see how. Alright, let's see what's gonna come out. Matter of fact, I just heard we need the kipperish. We need the kipperish to see, we're trying to identify who this person is that's going through this part right here. Okay. You know, and why? You know, why are they still going through this? What is this about? What is this about? Why are they going through this? So let's use my new, and I got a bag coming so I can keep my little decks in. Let's use this new kipperish deck right here so I can see how it's going to work out. Praise be to the Most High, to God be the truth. Okay, Spirit. Please show me who this is talking about. Give me some more clues on who's having this nostalgia energy and feeling really wigged out that the communication has halted all the way to a not happening state. Who got some feelings about not communicating, not receiving text, not receiving feedback? Okay, that's a lot. Let me get one good, strong. So these are going to be hard to shuffle. I'm going to need to get these laminated. These are going to be hard to shuffle. I'm going to have to get them laminated, child. I can see that right now. Okay. So somebody is definitely worried about their future. Okay. This card points to hope, possibility, and what may still develop ahead. It suggests potential, direction, and something worth looking toward. Okay. All right. Something still worth looking toward is that Six of Cups energy. Okay. What we got here? Oh, this is just showing you how to read. So maybe somebody's needing more context clues on how to see what's in them that's blocking them from their end goal. Uh-oh. Setback. See? With that Nine of Swords, upright, Eight of Wands in the reverse, and that Six of Cups in the upright, this is talking about a setback. Delays and disappointments. Sad news. Yeah. This person is not okay with this change of plans. Like, somebody was feeling real good about having you text them and begging them and, you know, whining and all of that. Somebody felt real good about it. And now they ain't liking it so much that you do not do any of that no more. Okay, so this person could have acted like they was annoyed by you texting them, or like, or just getting a high off of knowing that you texting them and they're not responding or whatever. Other. So this person has a wife, another woman. This person has a wife. This person has a significant other. Yeah, an important counterpart. So this person has a wife. And when I was pulling the Ask Spirit app, it was saying this person's not gonna let you go. This person, I love you, but I'm married to her. That also came out. Okay. So what's going on with this person, with this other woman? I knew it. I knew it was gonna come out. I knew it. So now we can go with the Worcester tea. Because I don't plan on being on here long. Seemed like an hour just slid by, like jumped by. Crazy. Crazy how Saturn be handling time. And folks, they have so much time to get their life together. So much time to play around in the streets. So much time to strive to live like the Jacksons. And not get into the practical connection that they must have with Source. And get out of the superficialities in life. This person has had a habit of marrying for finances or benefits. Marrying for benefits. And it's proven that that was going to be more work. More work than what they... Yeah. We can take these three and put them back in the deck. Marrying for money. Marrying for money. That's that opportunistic attitude. I'm telling you. It takes a real strong disdain for wholesomeness. Yeah. What's the song? Smiling faces tell lies. So they're not actually happy. That's that King of Cups in reverse. So we got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and we got the Married for Money. We got the King of Cups in reverse, and we got fake smiles. My daughter made a comment the other day. She said, Mama, shit, I'm just fake it till I make it. I said, no, you're not. You gonna show the true feelings of how hard it is to try to make yourself into who you see yourself being. And you gonna own that truth. You're not gonna fake nothing until you make it. Now, I'm always down with saying we can take something that we already have and use it until we get what we want, right? Yeah. But faking until I make it? Nah. I did that with that ex-husband and I didn't make it. Okay, it didn't pan out well for me. Faking it like I could do this shit and I didn't want to no more. Fake flexing. I can't make that shit up. Fake flexing. Axe rich. Didn't I say living like the Jacksons? Axe rich, flosses, money, axe fancy, shows off. So that's what he has to make that conscious decision to choose. Are you going to keep on fake flexing? And what's coming up under this 10 of Wands? Moving in silence. So this person does not want it to be known how overburdened and stressed out they really fucking are. That's what that whole Ace of Swords is all about. Want to just come and just tell the truth. Like, man, I'm overwhelmed like a motherfucker. I'm not happy in this. Like, but this person would have to really truly own up to how they've been viewing themselves, money, life, all of that. And they're gonna have to be accountable to that, to the Most High. Not the world. That's why they got twisted. Look, inside scoop. Didn't I just say that damn shit? That's what that Ace of Swords is all about. Them not wanting you to see clear what's really going on. That they've been complicit in this whole situation. They don't want you to see the inside scoop. That's what the whole silent treatment was about. See? That says a closer look, nosy up in their business. They don't want you to be up in their business because they know you're going to call out the wrongs and you're going to tell them it's time to right them. It's time to write them. Write it down. Yeah, that's what that is right there. We're going to put that over there because we know they go together. We know they go together. They go with that right there. What else is here? What else is here? Anything else here? Give me dominant energy only. Wow. Threatening. Intimidating, threatened, bothered. That's not good. That's not good. So what is this threatening thing? Who's threatening who? What is this all about? Threatening and offers on the bottom, look, with all the aces. So what I'm getting from this person is very intimidated by your truth. Your truth, the way you are, the way you move, is very threatening. And that's why they don't be wanting you to get the inside scoop on them. Okay? They're very, 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 very intimidated by you. That's what that's telling me right there. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Dirty offer. So again, this person wants to come towards you, but they don't want you to see how they're approaching. So I feel like it's like they're working hard to like stay out of. This shit is crazy. Give me more about this moves in silence and dirty offer. Give me more about this moves in silence and dirty offer. Let's use the urban. Let's use the urban. Child, let's use the urban. What else is going on here? Give me some more clarity. Yeah. Yeah, so sneaking. Sneaking. See, not wanting to be seen for what they really want. So this dirty offer is just giving me hidden agenda. Like, I'm watching, but I'm hiding. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be caught cheating. Remember up here it says there's a woman already, and there's a significant other already. So this is why this person would have to move in silence. This is why this person has to creep. It's ridiculous. Like, just don't be married anymore. Like, just don't be married. How about that? Yeah, and so this is why this person couldn't technically support you at all, because this person went back to somebody from their past. That's why this person couldn't be there for you. You was going to be too much of, work. So, let me just go back to what was more stable for me, or what's best for me, or whatever. So it's just a strong opportunistic behavior when it comes to matters of love. And so you couldn't trust this person to support you at all. And so that has set in to make you feel like you gonna move forward on your own. Yes, on your own. So you're choosing to let this go 100%. You made a decision. You made a decision. Because it was too much to bear. With this Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands, it was too much for you to bear. You was carrying the whole emotional connection on your shoulders. That's right. This is systematic abuse. This is systematic abuse. Like you've noticed, it's cyclic. You've been going through these cycles. Okay, income. So this person really does not have the money with that fake flexing card. Okay, income. This person don't, you know what I'm saying? This person is being subjected to the same system that you were subjected to come under this karmic lessons in self-love and really step into their spiritual journey of self-discovery and do that shadow work. This person is going through the same thing. See? But they keep resisting this awakening. They're resisting this change. And now the universe is stripping them of what their comfort zone really was through the financial amenities of life. Excuse me, and I'm picking up that from the Married with Money and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. And the King of Pentacles in reverse is exposing that all that glimmers and shimmers ain't gold. Yep. And now they're at a crossroads. So that jumped on right on top of that Two of Swords. They got to make a decision. That's right. But right now, however the universe is panning everything out, this person is going through, Saturn is making sure this person really do have a restricted delay of forward movement because they refuse to make that decision when this crossroads was actually offered. So it's literally like, as a feminine, if you kept begging and pleading for your ex to come back, doing everything, doing all this, and it never got their attention at all, that was because Saturn was telling them that they have to choose. Two of Swords, and they chose to marry for money or go back to a comfort zone or stay in a comfort zone. And so therefore that delayed their progression. So you hear that song with Avant? I only got 4 minutes to do what I have to say. To say what I have to say. Okay? 2 and 5, that's 7. It was a spiritual crossroads that this person. So it's like divine intervention. The Most High God was giving them an opportunity to change direction, even by doing subtle things of support for you. Subtle things. And they refused. So they were extremely judgmental, harsh in so many different ways that they didn't have to speak this shit to you. You felt it. So what that did was make you feel like I can't trust you. If you won't be there for me, what the fuck should I ever set myself up to be there for you? Because when a woman leaves the door open for a man to come back, I promise you he'll take you up on it. Because the universe has a way of letting him see that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. And this is truthful in all aspects of life. Whether it was a job, he chose to go this way instead of that way, it don't really matter what it is. He's still gonna realize that no, when I was trying to tell you this the way to go and you tried to go the other way, that's right. I told you I have a divine partner for you. But you chose otherwise. Now let's see what the Kippurish is talking about. And we're going to see with the Kippurish if this ends with the Ace of Cups. That's the goal. Let's see. Uh-oh, where my fan at? Hot flash. Starting to have a hot flash. Whew. Oh, God, the burning just be out of control. Child, I seen they talking about it's a cooling blanket you can get. Don't know how well that is going to help, you know. So it's like, I don't know. All right, Spirit, so let's get the summary of this situation. Because we're ready to delve into bigger, better things. Wow. Abuse. Didn't I tell you? Systemic abuse. Cyclic abuse. Yeah. And then going on what here with this threatening? You know? Person that wants you to speak the truth. So we got that Ace of Cups, right? We got that Ace of Cups. Sitting over there. What does that Ace of Cups need to do? How does it need to join in with this Ace of Swords? What's the glue? Give me the glue, Spirit, please, and thank you. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. So we got the Ace of Swords. And I already feel like Spirit is letting you know the truth about the situation, that this was abuse. So that was the truth. Now you're going to have a new beginning in your creativity, in your work field, and everything like that. So we got Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. And we're going to add one more. And I feel like that's going to come up in the upright too. Give me one more, Spirit. Woo! Powerful. 3 majors. I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it. Something special was going to come out of there. The combination of the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Death all in the upright is representing a profound total life transformation. So out of all this shit you went through, Divine Feminine, this is what the universe is gifting you with. A complete, Saturn says that you've been going through it, 19-year cycle. And it's time for you to come out on the other side transformed. Okay? An old chapter is completely gone. All this shit down here is completely over with. And it's making way for a brilliant new beginning filled with mental clarity, emotional healing, and a tangible new path. The core message says, this is an incredible, powerful, life-altering spread. The appearance of 2 aces alongside the Death card means you are experiencing a complete rebirth. The Death card is aggressively clearing away the old, stagnant structures of your life. In their place, the universe is handing you a clean slate, a breakthrough idea, Ace of Swords, a profound emotional spiritual awakening, that Ace of Cups, and a grounded practical opportunity to build a secure future with the Page of Pentacles. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. That Ace of Swords has given you this massive breakthrough that this person was right here is not worth your time and energy anymore. You gave all you was going to give, and you have been completely tapped out. Okay? So this is when you start practicing a lot of I don't give a fuck. Let's move forward. That's what that Ace of Swords in the upright is talking about. Ace of Cups in the upright is representing a new wave of emotional fulfillment for self-love, self-healing, self-respect, self-honor. Okay? That unconditional love you have for this man, Divine Feminine, you now need to pour that into yourself. And the Most High God is giving you this aha moment. Everything happens for a reason and in divine aligned timing. Your heart is opening up again for who? Yourself. Page of Pentacles upright represents a fresh start in the material world. It brings a new job offer, a commitment to a new skill, a financial seed, a practical project. My goal is to have 7 streams of income. In general, a massive turning point. So just as this person had to go through a crossroads, was at a crossroads right here, and made the decision to go back to the past or stay in their comfort zone, therefore wanted that you to be delayed by way of default, hell no. Hell no. This person got exposed for, what did I say earlier? Trying to set you up for failure by having you having this lost in love, unrequited love as type of connection with somebody who wasn't worth your time or energy at all anyway. So the universe had to give you a slap on the ass and say, come on, Buck and Buckaroo, with this death card here. Let's go. Huh? Let's go. That's why the death card has a white horse. Yes, that means you saw the light amidst the death, darkness, dark night of the soul. You saw it. You was not going to be abused anymore. You know, emotional abuse, mental abuse, and emotional, mental, what did I say? Emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. I always say all the leads is spiritually abusive. All those things is spiritually abusive because it tears down your core character, your core, your what's your macabre cannot ride. Your macabre gets no has no what's it ammunition to shoot you forward. So you're just hovering. You're just hovering it. So this delay, 2 and 5, that's 7. 7 and 4, that's 11. Okay? So the universe has delayed you along with this person, but you had to decide to move forward. So when you decide, okay, I'm going on to die, and then I'm going to go ahead on to be reborn. Here you go. Here go the white horse shows up to pick your bones up. Your skeleton gets on top of this horse, and you are transformed. So you chose yourself. You chose yourself. If I would make a Kipper deck, I would love to make cards like that, about you choosing yourself. Like you're going through a complete death and rebirth, a complete transformation. So who knows? I might be on the drawing board to be thinking of some sketches and everything like that. Even if I could just think of the theme of each card and then have AI help me do it to the extent of putting some type of a like cartoonish together or something. I don't know. But I'm thinking about it because I love the Kipper card. There it is. Didn't I tell you? You going on to stability while this person's whole life is breaking down. Right, that's right. Because, come on now. It's just like the saying goes, I asked God to help me, and God sent you this, and this, and then you sitting up there going to sink. And be like, well, God did not hear me. God let me sink. No, I sent you this, I sent you that. I sent you this. You ain't noticed? That means you wasn't that desperate for the help. You was crying out to Most High God in desperation of wanting to get out of a situation. And been crying to Most High for years, talking about this and that. Or maybe somebody you actually do confide in. But when the Most High said this is a person you can trust. It's like the Most High God sent this man to Job's house. And because Job didn't live like the Jacksons, he didn't think Job was somebody to listen to, gain wisdom from, or anything. Job didn't have modern day amenities. So if the Most High said, I'm going to put you back in time, and I want you to go to Job's house so you can learn some stuff. And then I'm going to bring you back to your modern day. This person was like, man, I can't live like that. Goats and all that type. I can't live like that. I'm used to the modern life. So this person squandered an opportunity to completely be transformed in a way by time travel. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. They kept having fear. What if I got trapped over there? The Most High's like, you won't get trapped. I promise you. Don't worry about that. And it was like, but they was crying out in desperation to get out of whatever situation that they was in. So, a lot of time people cry out, but they not crying out to the Most High. They crying out for Saturn to give more restriction, more structure, and more tearing down of what no longer serves their higher purpose. So we should not be casting down. I say to the Most High all the time, I say, chastise me. Spiritually chastise me, baby, because I don't want to be caught up in nothing. Acting like I can't walk away from it. Spiritually chastise me. So that anointing been on my life for many lifetimes. Many lifetimes. I'm an old soul, baby. So that's what it's saying. It was a massive turning point. And this person chose to, get into the comfort zone, marrying for money. This person chose to um fake flex, living like, try to appear to be living like the Jacksons, okay, and didn't want you to really know that inside scoop of who they really were. So that's why they didn't really talk much about nothing, and they felt like your spirituality was very threatening to them. So they just felt like they really didn't understand you. So therefore, they decided to spiritually abuse you by way of playing games that they knew was a game. The whole time they knew. I don't know, something about somebody trying to set me up for failure. Don't never sit right with me. After all the dust settles, that don't sit right with me. Because once I come to that realization of that's what it was all about, yeah, we gonna go and take that to spiritual court and let that be handled there. Mm-hmm. Now, in love and relationships, an old dynamic toxic cycle of relationship is completely ending. Out of those ashes, didn't I say the phoenix, comes a profound, deep, feeling new emotional connection built on absolute honesty. So let's see, because you're going to get a Four of Wands, baby. You ending with the Four of the Wands. Hello? Hello? So let's go ahead and use I got my Nilla wafers in here, so we're going to go and move them out of here. I had me some cookies and milk, took me back to my childhood. So if I was doing anything childhood wise, that's what I was doing, having the little cookies and milk. Yeah. So let's go ahead on and keep that spiritual abuse card out. Yeah, let's build from now. We see what the T is now, huh? We see what the T is. Spiritual abuse. Now let's see. That's crazy. This person already had somebody they was obligated to talk to show up for, be there for, and know that if they would have just said that, they would have not got half the attention they got. Like not even half. Shit, not even 20%. Made sense why this man said what he said. It's okay, I got the pictures. And I said it came up on the X Spirit app. Looking at your photographs. You know? And even then, you still completely different in that moment. You know what I mean? 52 marked a very, very, very serious turning point. A complete and utter agreement with the Most High that this transformation must take place. You know, and as you going through this, you gotta go on heal. So we need you to get into this energy of restoration, this energy of recuperation, resuscitation, reinventing yourself while you in the bed, sketching out ideas, creating. Most High told me that me and my daughter was going to create. What we create with our hands was going to be how we were going to bring our wealth in. What we created with our hands, our imagination. And I told my daughter, yeah, maybe once we started appreciating this place as our home, because I never did, not one day. And then we're going to be given the home we deserve. We yearn for, we long for, we toiled, we labored to keep ourselves in an upright, praiseworthy position to the Most High, to see, look, we down here still appreciating what we have. We're still going to deep clean. We still going to do everything we can. I just got us a humidifier. And water is already in it. Okay? So, just being guided. Just being guided. And we ready for the day that the gate is open and the last box is in the truck and we gone. Because this was, to say Saturn was whipping my ass for 19 years is an understatement. It feels like it's been a lifetime. So since 2007, baby. So when I said this, I was going through things before I came to Lincoln Park. Facts. But it was totally different because I was able to use my physical body to walk around. If I ain't got a car, I'm finna walk up into the store. I'm finna catch the bus. You can't make me be still. It makes sense. My Saturn is awesome. My actual Saturn is in Gemini, 5th house. So it made sense why nothing was gonna hold me down, baby. I love there's a will, there's a way. I love saying that. Some of my two top sayings is mark my word and where there's a will, there's a way, and it need to be neat, decent, and in order. Them the three things that I say all the time. All the time. Some kind of way that's gonna come up in the conversation. Lately I had been adopting, it's not wise to cross me. It's not wise. That had been, I think that had got adopted literally 2019. Because I knew I was ending shit that I no longer want to be in, be a part of. I'm not signing up for it no more. I don't want to come back to the class. I don't want it no more. And that's that fixed energy. When my mind is made up, that's it. There's no, nah. I want to respect you while you over there. It's a really good feeling when you know how to detach. Because people will drain the very life force, literally drain the life force out of you. And you become a shell of yourself. And it don't necessarily mean that these people glow up. They get beautiful. They get, no. You just become ugly, drained. All your gifts and talents, it just got, it vanished. They don't become you. That's an illusion. So those that are casting mirror spells and all this shit is fucking ridiculous. Learn this, know this. Study your chart. The good thing about and the beautiful concept of knowing that AI can help us to go deeper into things that maybe with me with my dizzy spells and everything going on, the heat in the apartment, all this type of weird shit, the humidity in here, and I'm woozy and all this shit. Like I could just type something in and AI will tell me this is this and that is that and that is this and this is that. And ask more questions, just go deeper. That's a beautiful thing that we did not have. But I said we didn't have yet in the consciousness, but artificial intelligence is being shown through technology as artificial, but there's some divinity in it as well. So I like to say I receive all the information I need from divine intellect, because I know and to discern within my own spirit, it should I be listening to whatever some computerized thing told me or not. And the reason that I can gauge it as being a resounding, truthful blueprint and direction is because you can't get this from real live people without it being tainted with some shit. Person won't help you unless you get them money. Really? Bam. Look what I said. Look what I said. Now, everything about the wife and all that shit that came up, that was Michael Wayne. This right here is that quasi dude and anybody else that fits this description of someone that wants to spiritually abuse you because they have a covetous, envious spirit about them. And they're jealous and envious of your gifts and your talents. So there's him, everybody that falls in that. That's right. But like I say, it ain't good to be looking on this channel trying to see how you can attack what you can find out, baby. Because all you going to hear is the truth. Straight up. You never going to hear nothing that's no lie, nothing that for what. I don't feel any kind of a arousal out of sitting on here fake flexing, pretending that this is that when it ain't. Like, I don't get that. Life for me was way more simpler when I didn't have to deal with smartphones doing dumb shit. Okay, so in everything about this life, there's dualities. Okay, so like there's the light consciousness within technology, and then there's the dark consciousness about technology. It will only connect and tie into you on where it sees vulnerability, and if you fear it, it snowballs. It's a snowballing effect. It's just like a person. when I felt like I was intimidated by Michael Wayne, it seemed like he had some type of power over me. And I didn't understand what the hell that was. And I didn't like it. That's how it's always, that's how things that challenge me always causes me to look. Because if I don't like the way you are called, some type of shifting in the way that I see myself, we got to see what that shit is. Because I was walking steady before your energy came close to mine. So what is making me offbeat now? How is it that I keep hearing static in my earphones when I'm trying to listen to my music? What is that fucking static? So everything about me leveling up has always came from a fiery energy. And that's how I knew when I was looking into my chart and I was told about that Venus in Aries, 3rd house. That Saturn in that Gemini, 5th house. I was like, what? I had a blank sway moment. What? And it felt amazing. It felt absolutely amazing to see myself truly recognize my spiritual identity. Bam. Look at them. Look at them. See? That's what they can't stand about it. The King of Swords. I can't make this shit up. They can't stand it. So again, you're not finna get nothing but the King of Swords. When it comes to me showing, doing my each one teach ones, doing my each one teach ones by way of reaching and teaching like-minded souls. That's all you're gonna get. And whatever needs to be not necessarily proven all the time, but rediscovered or looked at in a different perspective, then that's when we're going to do the research and we're going to study to show ourselves approved to going on to the next level. So, gratitude for Saturn. Getting everything structured. Getting everything neat, decent, and in order. Yeah. Bam. Look, then I say, we finna see if this 4 wands gonna lead us to this Ace of Cups. And look at here, look at here, look at here. It's graduation time, baby. Yeah. Did I throw the Ace of Cups in there too? No, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, so we saw the truth about this toxic ass connections. Okay. All right. It caused a complete death of the ego, a separation of flesh versus spirit, and let's get realigned. But throughout it, the Page of Pentacles was always popping. So that's that. The Most High God said, "Well, you know what? I'm really feeling how you raising me up, while you are putting yourself in a position of rest, recuperation, restoration, resuscitation. You practicing all your good R's. That means you really loving yourself. And that's what it was all about. So I had you go through all of this so you can get back to source, the divine source of love, light, and abundant healing. And now you can rest just like an empress does. So again, the Jupiter and the Pisces, the Jupiter and the Aquarius. Okay? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Like I said, KRS said that Pisces says, I'm not doing any more work. I've done the work. I'm done. I'm not here to do that. But the Aquarius says, let's continue. Remember, the thing that I always remember about the Aquarius energy is a rebel with a cause. A rebel with a cause. And when I learned that Michael Jackson had a strong Pisces energy in his chart, and somebody had did like a breakdown of that chart and said only the negative things, I was like, well, that's a horrible way of being a so-called astrologer. Why? You must just didn't like him or something. He rubbed you the wrong way. How is it within his chart that that's all you saw was like the negative aspect of his Pisces placement? I thought that was pure fucking shit. Yeah. Yeah. So it's basically you've had a meeting of the minds with yourself. You really had a newfound connection with yourself, directly connected to source. Yeah. That's the relationship. That's the relationship. You got rekindled with the Most High God. Honestly speaking, and I've said this before, that's what the real true twin flame journey is all about. But a lot of times it is activated and exasperated by being connected with the physical person. Okay? But it's literally about both sides of your psyche coming into a harmonious state connected to source. Divine love, unconditional love, and healing. That's right. So this is you standing up as a higher fun energy. You know, getting things neat, decent, and in order. Getting back to the hierarchy of that soul contract, what your name means. God's consecrated for the Most High God. God's promise. Elizabeth. Okay? Elizabeth. Okay? And so you have a connection to the Most High. You have a connection to honor. Yeah, you a star seed. And again, they envy your light. Yeah. That must be a major thing to be envied because of your connection to the Most High. That's right. That's right. They realize that they can trust you, but they don't like the fact that you be standing in that King of Swords energy. That's threatening to them. You know what I'm saying? I never like that saying, your light irritates their demons. Like, I never like that saying. That's why I don't quote it. Yeah, yeah. And that envy and everything, and that spiritual abuse, possibly some type of a spiritual tactics and practices they did, was to try to turn your bliss bleak. They wanted to turn your bliss bleak. But now they've ended up in that same position. Like whatever they was trying to cast on you, child. That's why you wouldn't hear from people. A lot of folks that went completely off the internet. They don't even come on the internet no more. On any social media they had, they ain't even doing that shit no more. It's like they like, man, fuck that shit. Yeah, look. This is a masculine that you had a past life connection with. This is a masculine you had a past life connection with this relationship right here. You had a past life connection with him, this soul contract. Y'all could have been married in a past life. Y'all could have literally been married in a past life. And so in this lifetime, y'all had some shit to clear up. Yeah, look. All the shit you've been going through with the nurses, with the medical field, all this shit. All this shit. Yeah, you've been going through it. All that is Saturn influenced. Check your chart. Check your chart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this shit ended. This right here is over with. This past life connection, you ain't got to worry about it being corrected, resurrected, reconciled, any of that. This shit is over with. Just imagine if you wanted to get a chance to fix shit in y'all next lifetime, and the Most High God set it up to where that can happen. Another person didn't recognize who you are, went on about their bit naive, doing whatever they was doing, and you had to walk it alone. So it makes sense why when we reincarnate that our memories are wiped. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So this is either them practicing in the occult or you practicing in the occult, which was not something that was nefarious in the way that you're doing it, because it's part of your soul's consciousness. So either this person or somebody been getting readings on you, somebody been trying to look into, and every time they touch their cards, Spirit showed me that the other day. Every time they touch their cards, they start doing shit, falling, flopping. everything, because they trying to peer into your life, and all it's going to do is reflect back to them that you good. Every single time they try to use different decks and everything, and it still keep on talking about what the Most High God is doing for you moving forward. Animosity, see? They cannot seem to get a good read on negativity to prove what they doing is working. They cannot seem to get a good read on it. And they're getting so fucking fired up and angry about it. As it stated earlier. Yeah, they've been expecting for your complete demise to have happened by now. And yet it has not happened. They just try to check on to see how you doing. Look. And this person is literally in spiritual court. Like I said. Or dealing with something here in the physical world of some type of court energy or something like that. Or you can expect to be going to court for a lot of shit that's coming up. Yep. And your intuition is going to show you exactly what that timing is going to be. And it's how it needs to play out. So just keep listening. And make sure you keep that static off the line. That's right. Because the Most High, again, I told you. Going to be letting you know exactly what you need to hear and know about. Yeah. But somebody already stirring up shit. They lying and trying to put all kind of shit on your name. Trying to put you in court with this and that and the other. The Most High said it was going to happen. The Most High said it was going to happen. Yeah. Chaos. Voodoo, hoodoo, spells, whatever they do. Yeah. And they've been expecting for it to work. And go ahead on and cause you to just shut it on down. But you stay coming back being more and more creative than ever before. That's right. That's right. And you stay doing your womb healing, your tantra, and recycling your energy. And you're not giving out your sexual energy at all. At all. Look at that. This was your twin flame. This was your twin flame. You baby, this was your twin flame that it's not over with. That's your twin flame. Yeah, I did see it at the bottom of the deck. And I kept on moving. I said if it wanted to come out, it'd come out. So this was definitely your twin flame. So let's go ahead on and clear the energy. And we can get ready for our next kipper. They really want me to keep working with the kippers like I've been doing. For real and for true. Okay. So let me get these out of here. Let's go ahead and get ready for the next session. And now we'll be on to 33. We cleared this out. And I feel like I want to end with a Goddess of Love oracle. This is my own oracles. That again, I don't know if I'm going to be creating them as an oracle deck or not. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm so hot. Ugh, I cannot stand the summertime in this state, I swear, I promise. It's like time to move somewhere. Whew. Baby. Somewhere where my air quality is so much better. I still need to finish this down payment. Ain't nothing but a couple of things I need to plug in and finish it up. And I'm starting on the other little girl one that I was doing, finishing that one up, and I got another one coming in that I want to start. Oh, I'm hot. Oh gosh. Next thing I want to figure out how to get these hormones together, baby, because ooh, this menopause stuff. Ooh, my goodness. Ooh. Going through it. Alright then, so we're going to go ahead and get ready for our next kipper. Yep, we're going to get ready for our next kipper. And I feel like what I want to do is another one of those ones I did before, where we're going to go ahead and pull out the jump off. And build from now. What's this? What's the T? And build from now. So that's what I love to do. Love to do. Ooh, what is that? Got me another one of these bags coming so I can put this other row of cards I got in there. Okay, so let's see how Spirit wants this to be done. Okay. I want to do another one of these kippers. These got to be laminated. These got to be laminated, but I do want to start with one of these, but I definitely need them to get laminated when my daughter has some time and she can focus on it. So I do want to start one of these. They got to be laminated because they are literally paper and I don't want them to get dirty. So we're going to use this one for the jump off. Okay, we got one. Came out crystal clear. 17 gain. So some type of this card is pointing to benefit, help, or something being received. Receiving some sort of support, a bonus, or an advantage is coming your way. Okay. So you know that's the one right there. I tell you what, we're going to use these and then we're going to build. We're going to match it to the urban. Okay, 2 jumped out. Waiting game. This card is reflecting delayed. Something's being delayed, but you anticipate this coming. Results are pending and patience is still needed, is what it's saying. And then you're about to receive this surprising gain. A positive sudden turn of events. A bonus, a lucky break is coming this year. So we got 27, 28. What else we got? Thinking. Okay, so it says start planning. Okay, keep planning and coming up with your strategy on how all this whirlwind of energy, of positive energy, money, opportunities coming in is going to usher you into the next phase of your life. Okay. Okay, we got 33 stress, so you have been going through a lot of stress. You know, of course. And then this card points to the effort, responsibility, and ongoing activity. It suggests that results depend on consistency in your work ethic. Okay, so you tighten it up on your work ethic, and this is that guide. Yeah, I gotta get these laminated. 21, your environment. Your environment. This card is representing the surrounding space, group, or social setting. It suggests that the wider atmosphere or circle is shaping the situation. Okay. And 18, a new beginning. This card suggests a beginning, a new phase, or something that's still small right now. It often points to early growth, fresh energy, or starting point, a beginning, early stage, or something that's still in development right now. It's small right now. Okay. All right, so we got these right here showing how it's going to go. Where's my board? Okay. Oh, that was a whole nother thing. Alright, and I still need to write this up. Yeah, that still needs to be written up. Let's put that right there. Some shit we can do and take care of. Oh, it's so damn hot. Okay. Now, so we got 17. Who am I? A lot of times when energy is repeating itself, it's about positive reinforcement, reaffirming and affirming. Okay. So we got 16. All right. So 17 gift, and we're going to match it with the urban. And see how Spirit wants us to build. So we got 17 and 16 right here. Now remember, the book will give you a real timeline of events. $17. No, we didn't get 17, but we do got 18. So a decline. So right now, you've been working and you haven't seen the fruits of your labor. Okay. We're going to do the book. I'm going to still write it up what the book says, and that's how we do it here. All right, what else we got going on? 16. Chance meeting. Something's going to happen by chance. Okay. Something's going to happen by chance. 21. So you got 27, 28, 33, 34. Of course, we have 17 as the gift. $17, loss. Right? So this is what you've been going through. You or somebody else. As we write this up, we're going to see who it's talking about. Okay? You or somebody that's very close in your energy. 21, they're under pressure. See, I told you the energy is going to continue to be talking about the same thing, but it's all about how you can expound upon it. 33, there's an attraction. There's attraction. So I'm hearing law of attraction. So that's something that we're going to be studying. Right? These are psychic intuitive counseling sessions, not just basic tarot readings. Okay, what else? What we got going on? 43, 4, 8, 46, 4, 53, 47. 28 is here. So you've been caught up with a lot of bureaucracy shit going on. That's what the delay has been. So a whole bunch of shit you've been dealing with the government. Something legal going on with you. We'll see. And it already talked about the housing. So something we're going to get into. We're going to talk about it. 27 and 34. Yeah, the system. Systematic abuse. Systematic abuse. All right. Now we need 34. And I'm going to write this up. And hopefully I'm feeling better to come back and continue. And we'll be on 33. The 33rd. I guess when we get to the 39, we'll be talking about the 39 key. That is still here on the board to be done. It hasn't went anywhere. 34. Imbalance. Yep. Imbalance. Systematic abuse. Shit has been all out of whack, all out of balance. My daughter made a comment earlier. She said, "Yeah, Mama, when they realize that you got the Saturn impression on your life, they like to come and bring the Saturn stench." I say that's powerful. She said the Saturn stench. So there we go. All right then. So we got it. I gotta find where I put that at so I can write that up and get that card out of here. And then we're gonna go ahead and end with a Goddess of Love Oracle. That's a good one right there. The unadulterated truth will never be sought by popular demand. Okay? Yeah, but it has to do with what we was talking about. Remain the authority of your own wisdom. Your life's experiences creates that strength in wisdom. Letting go of the urge to force an outcome, but instead you're choosing to reflect, wait, and align with your true purpose. Okay? Oh, this one needs a art. Somebody thinks what they can provide you with materialistically or financially can cause you to surrender your guard. A highly unstable person is in your environment, a partner that you had sexual relationships with. They are not able to accept the breakup, so now they're on a relationship road rage tour. That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. I like that. My baby her card made the title. Somebody is walking through their life in total misalignment. Internal chaos is creating external problems, and that's why they're going through that. Wow. Deep. Bad decisions are being made from a desperate and chaotic headspace. You are being entangled in an all talk and no action trap of lies and future faking. We all must go through karmic lessons in self-love to get to a karmic balance. So all these will be going in the bag. We cleared out the energy of the cards. This will be the title. We got everything set up for the next one. The board is clear for new oracles. And yeah, this is going to be the title. And I gotta find this. Okay, so that gotta, please don't fall. Please don't slide. Please don't slide. So we're gonna make that the title. Where's the bag for probably don't have nothing in it. It don't, because she already laminated everything. So let's go ahead and put these next ones together as we continue to build these oracles. Oh, my stomach. Okay, all of these have a background. This one has its own little thingamajiggy. And I'm going to leave this one out because... Was there anyone else in here that needed it? Yeah, this one. I thought. Because sometimes my daughter will laminate it without the cover art, child. So we don't want to give her... Okay, no rework to do. We're going to end with a Goddess of Love Oracle. Okay, this one needs to be done. So we'll put it right there. It needs a cover art. All right, and we're still building. Okay, so where's my Goddess of Love Oracle? Where's my Goddess of Love Oracles? Did I move them? I don't think we're gonna be able to end with one of them, child. I don't think we're gonna be able to end with one of them because I believe I did move them into their own being. I did. I did. So we're gonna end with one of these. These are the reality check. So we're gonna end with a reality check because I ain't about to get up and wobble over there to go get them. Like I told my daughter I would be okay, but I'm feeling that weird ass heat that kind of be making me feel I cannot stand the summertime in Houston, Texas. Like this humidity is ugh brutal. So let's end with the reality check, y'all. It'd be funny if it coincides with what was talked about, right? So I'm looking for some nice little boxes to keep these in. I got a new bag like this coming. So I'm gonna have all my little decks like this in the bag so I can just get to it, carry it. Everything that I do is designed to keep our stuff ready to be packed and moved. That's how I try to keep everything going. Like easily, we have a lot of boxes piled up just for packing purposes of what things we have accumulated still living here. That's how I be designing it, y'all. All right, the one that jumped out is radical agency, the exit. Yes. Keywords, reality and clarity. That's that Ace of Swords. It says the truth. Believe the behavior. The behavior is the truth. Stop arguing with reality. Reality always wins. The surgery is acceptance is not agreement. It is a refusal to remain in denial. So I gotta blend these two together, and that's gonna be the title. So with that being said, I love you guys. I love you guys. My hot flash, uh, uh, fan does not want to cooperate. Oh my gosh, this is how I be going to sleep when I finally do pass out and go to sleep. And I found out that the insomnia has a lot to do with all the diagnoses and the menopause. Like, oh my gosh, I be going through it. So with that being said, and I need to write that up. With that being said, I love you guys. I love you guys. Until the next Psychic Intuitive Counseling session where I, Elizabeth, rise to give myself more insight into my new chapter, my new timeline. Stay tuned for part 33 where I will be breaking down those cards and we will go deeper. Okay? I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the hypes. And if you would like to support the ministry, it can be sent to Goddess of Love. That's Goddess, GODDESSOV as in victory. Love, LOVE at paypal.com. Until then, peace and blessings.